that sounds but its body is like a light tap. Its fins are sharp, its body is flat, and it swallows like it's trying to stuff a suitcase into its mouth. The Pac-Man frog opens its mouth so wide that it seems like it's calling the spirits of its ancestors. Each time it takes a bite, it gasps because it's so big. It chews with determination, as if it's wrestling with food. The fish is slippery, its fins are hard, and the more it swallows, the more it dislocates its jaw. But the big frog refuses to give up. No matter how big it is, it can be chewed, as long as it doesn't have a strong spine. After a few eye rolls, gasps, and rolls, the fish finally becomes dinner. A cumbersome but effective handling. 10 points for the spirit of eating without fear. Like a long-legged muse on the catwalk. 6 slender legs like an 18-year-old girl in high heels, but full of toxins. With every move, the frog felt like he was facing a model, holding a knife. But no, Pac-Man frog is not afraid of girls, even girls with fangs and venom. He rushed in like Romeo rushing into deadly love. A lightning-fast bite, despite the spider struggling like a high-speed fan. Before the toxins could spread, the spider was turned into raw sushi. This time it was not love at first sight, but eating at first sight. Beauty may be dangerous, but in the eyes of the frog, it is just a tasteful lunch. Pac-Man frog, the one who dared to swallow an 8-legged fashion model. The shrimp looks small, but its claws are as big as a pair of 6-pack gym goers. Each pinch is an ah sound in the frog's heart. It bites and dodges at the same time, like it's boxing with food with weapons. But the frog is stubborn. It still chews even when it hurts. It still bites even when it's spicy. One pinch hits the left cheek. The frog's eyes widen as if it's being beaten by a jealous woman. The second pinch, almost tears fall, but its mouth still doesn't let go of its prey. After a few failed bites, it finally bites the shrimp's body. The shrimp's claw breaks. The frog smiles. Victory belongs to the species that has no arms but has a magical mouth. Nothing can stop a hungry stomach. Not even claws as sharp as a high school student's scissors. The meal ends with the shrimp in its stomach, and the frog looks at the camera with satisfaction. This worm is no ordinary worm. It is a super giant worm. The green color is creepy. The body is as fat as a swollen cucumber. Anyone who sees it will shiver, but the frog's eyes light up. It moves forward like a ninja, gently but coldly. With one bite, the whole worm wiggles as if it's jumping. The slime splashes everywhere, but the frog remains calm as if it is eating mung bean dessert. It swallows it gradually, from head to tail, leaving a single molecule behind. The mouth is sticky, the stomach is warm. The disgusting but delicious type. The terrible green worm has become a smooth dessert. Lesson: don't judge a dish by its appearance. Let the frog taste it first. The mantis stepped onto the stage like a Shaolin master, its two pincers pointed straight, ready to punch life in the face. Each strike seemed to want to cut off Pac-Man's career, but the frog did not retreat. It dodged the strike like Luffy dodged a Navy admiral. Taking a hit to the face, the frog tilted its head. Its eyes glistened, but it still did not release its prey. It bounced back with a thunderous bite. "You slash! I swallow!" The mantis struggled as if it was in a catwalk competition, swinging wildly. But the frog's tenacity was limitless. The more it was hit, the more it ate. Finally, the mantis fell silent in the frog's throat. Only the chap-chap sound echoed. A contest between force and faith in the stomach. Frogs are not good at dodging attacks, but they are good at swallowing the attacker. The scorpion came from somewhere like a mini-tank equipped with two destructive claws. Each pinch was a direct hit on the frog's head like a temple bell. But the frog boss was not afraid. His head only hurt a little, but his stomach was still empty, so he still fought. He pressed close, biting immediately as if he had just won a discount item on Shopee. The scorpion curled its tail to counterattack, but the frog locked its mouth, neutralizing all weapons. Once again, its omnivorous nature saved the day. Even though its forehead was swollen as if it had been bitten by a mosquito 80 times, the frog still smiled contentedly. The scorpion was neatly contained in the stomach, leaving only a small bruise. Lesson: the bigger the claw, the more important is a big and stubborn mouth. Pac-Man Frog, an expert in defeating all challenges with esteem. living lightning of the jungle. It runs so fast that everyone thinks it's watching a 2x video. The Pac-Man frog has a combo of reflexes plus hunger at the maximum. It waits, watches, then bites. A fateful bite that doesn't give the lizard a second chance. The lizard struggles, kicks its feet like a ninja out of breath, but it's too late. The entire green body quickly disappears behind its plump lips. The frog pats its belly as if to say, "Fast is fine, as long as it's 1 millisecond slower than me." A protein-rich dish, as delicious as chicken but crispier. No need to chase, just wait at the right time and you'll be full all afternoon. Pac-Man world, the fast one is not as good as the gluttonous one. This bug doesn't need to bite, it plays spray. A light spray and the whole area smells like a bug spray gone wrong. The Pac-Man frog approaches as usual, confident, aggressive, and hungry. But as soon as it bites the bug, a puff of toxic smoke hits its nose. The frog's eyes roll, its head sways as if it's drunk. It spits out the bait, backs away, and shakes its head as if denying responsibility. For the first time in its career, the frog has to retreat because of the smell. The bug sprays the poison and leaves the stage with the air of a survivor of a buffet. The frog lies down to breathe, thinks about life, and chooses its prey more carefully. Turns out, not all of them are edible. One spray is enough to ruin the dream. Wearing armor like mini armored vehicles. The claws are curved, hard, and sharp like prehistoric nail clippers. But Pac-Man frogs have eaten snakes. A few claws can't make it back down. With a powerful bite, the frog grabs the beetle's body, then uses its tongue like a lawnmower. The beetle wriggles, its claws smash. The frog still chews, taking another bite like a snack. After a wrestling match with its teeth, the stubborn beetle softens and crawls into its stomach. The frog sits down to rest, its belly round, its mouth softly saying, "What's the point of armor? No one covers their stomach." A meal that is crispy, chewy, rich in calcium. Beetles sounds disgusting, but in the frog's mouth, it's like a cookie. This is class, eating everything from soft to hard without dipping sauce. Insects that make even wild animals change direction. One of its stings can send a frog to heaven, horizontally. But Pac-Man frogs don't learn to be afraid. They learn to bite before being stung. They time it, waiting for the moment when the wasp is defenseless. Whoosh, the airway is blocked. Before the wasp can buzz, it is chewed like popcorn. The frog's stomach is now a mixture of adrenaline, wings, and toxins. But the frog still stands firm, only wheezing slightly as if it had just run 100 meters. The whole forest is bewildered, thinking the wasp will sting the frog. But unexpectedly, the frog stings the wasp back with its stomach. The daredevil eats a lot, and today the frog is full. Warning from Pac-Man Frog. Wasp, I'm not afraid of needles. A swimmer who won the National Pond Gold Medal is famous for its flexible wriggles and shiny scales like it just had a skin treatment. But today, the carp unexpectedly fell into the stomach stage of a frog. The mouth of the big frog opened like the gate of hell. Once it got in, there was no way out. The carp struggled, wriggled left and right, but in front of the frog's bottomless belly, no matter how slippery it was like unrolled sushi. Did you know? Carp is a symbol of luck in many places, but today, luck has expired. Frogs don't care about legends as long as the prey fits their mouths. With a precise bite, a divine bite, the carp officially became a steamed fish. And so the Fish God Meets Disaster program ended in just a few seconds. No matter how good a swimmer is, if he meets a big mouth, he will be ruined. The giant spider, walking majestically like a gangster in the desert, confidently hunted because it thought it had encountered a newly hatched frog. Today is my lucky day, it thought. But no, Big Brother Frog played the role of a bewildered deer, luring the spider closer. Before the spider could cast its web, the frog opened its mouth. With a gang-like bite, the spider had not yet had time to say hello before it disappeared from the world of living things. Did you know? Spiders are masters at weaving webs, but in the game of nature, weaving a web in the wrong place means weaving a web for life. Lesson: don't underestimate a mouth that is pretending to gasp for breath. The frog not only eats, but also acts as a worm, and the spider has gone from hunting to dessert. With its yellow leaves, slender body, and pincers like chemical weapons, the dry leaf mantis is a ninja in the forest. An expert in hiding, a master of ambush, thought no one would see it. Who would have thought it would meet Big Brother Frog, the saint of seeing through leaves? Frogs don't care about the outer shell. They only care about how much protein is inside. The mantis throws its pincers, counterattacks desperately, but it's like it's tickling the frog. Boom! A bite into the ground, the dry leaf mantis turns into an autumn snack. Did you know? The mantis has extremely fast reflexes, but the frog has super fast reflexes plus a toughness. A move that makes us understand that. No matter how good you are at camouflage, when you meet a bottomless mouth, it's all in vain. And so the dry leaf ninja has returned to its roots. Flexible as noodle soup, slippery as if it had just rolled through a barrel of oil. I thought I was an aquatic version of Houdini, able to escape from all forces. But Big Frog, not only an assassin but also a dedicated chef, had calculated carefully. A peak ambush, followed by a bite that seemed to mark the end of the movie. The loach struggled wildly, only made the water more murky. The frog was calm as if it was waiting for the water to boil. Did you know? Loach is considered a delicacy in many regions, but today is a meal for frog. No matter how slippery it cannot escape, no matter how tricky it is, it will end up in the pot. warrior with claws like two sledgehammers, both handsome and powerful. Each swing of the claws is like thunder hitting the opponent's face. But unfortunately, today the opponent is Big Frog, the main character of the universe, swallowing whole. A gentle bite like a kiss on the cheek, but it sends the mantis into a place without light. The mantis attacks, but the frog just shrugs and swallows it whole. Did you know? The mantis is a carnivore, but it is always the ideal prey for those with big mouths. Big claws can save you from the fate of being in someone else's stomach. That shows. In nature, strength is not everything, unless you have a mouth as big as a conical hat. The frog adds another point to the can eat anything achievement list. The mantis, once a hunter, now a snack. From the ground with pincers like two bells and a tail like a venom syringe. It should be respected as the ancestor of the security profession. But today, it meets Big Brother Frog, a person who knows no fear, especially when hungry. The scorpion takes a defensive stance, swings its pincers, whips its tail, and tenses its body as if it is preparing to box. The frog doesn't care, slowly approaches, and then bites it as if, don't resist in vain. Did you know? Scorpion venom can cause severe pain, but if the opponent is not afraid of pain, it is meaningless. The frog's stomach doesn't distinguish between dangerous and gentle. As long as it can swallow, it will fight. A reckless eating move, but full of wild culinary culture. A couple of grasshoppers were happily walking together on a romantic tree branch for their honeymoon. No one expected that the romantic date spot would be Big Frog's outdoor restaurant. Frogs don't care about feelings, nor do they like to interfere in love affairs. They only care whether they should eat one or two of their daily meals. And in a moment of distraction, the couple was pulled down to their lower abdomens. Did you know? Grasshoppers usually live in groups and are very sensitive to movement. But today, they moved in the wrong direction, straight towards the mouth as wide as the universe. A minute of romance, a lifetime stuck in the digestive system. with a graceful body like a pole dancer, gently approaching the fat mouse. Just one jump, and you have a peaceful dinner. Think. But life is not like a dream, because from the bushes, Big Brother Frog suddenly appeared. Gangster movie-like fight for prey. The frog rushed in to steal the mouse. The snake had not yet had time to scream when it was seen. The frog aimed at the snake, then at the mouse, then decided to eat it all. Did you know? Snakes hunt by squeezing, while frogs just swallow the whole tree. A fateful turn of the wheel. From hunter, snake almost became a side dish. Crayfish, a close relative of crabs, possessing pincer-like claws. Each pinch can make the opponent lose his spirit, or at least lose a piece of skin. The frog knows the opponent is dangerous, but likes the challenge of eating spicy food level 10. The first bite, pinched, split lip, still smiling, fighting. The crayfish's claws clamp down repeatedly. The frog's mouth still persistently swallow each piece like eating rice paper. Did you know? Crayfish are not only strong, but can also regenerate their claws. Unfortunately, today is not the time. The frog has only one strategy. Just stuff it all in your stomach and you're done. A nerve-wracking battle between stubbornness and tenacity. And the result is, not even the claws can save you. Crayfish are strong, but frogs are more tenacious than granite. The bottomless mouth wins again. Leaf lizard, master of running away, superstar of backyard basketball, specializing in the game of abandoning and running away to save oneself. Skin color like a leaf, speed like a mini rocket. Who can catch it? Big Brother Frog said, "I'm not fast, but I'm in the right position." Ambushed like an assassin in a detective story, the lizard didn't have time to run before the field was over. The mouth opened like a fateful gate. The lizard entered without a ticket out. Did you know? The lizard can cut off its own tail to escape, but today, both its tail and body were broken. The frog scored again, not only thanks to its strength, but also thanks to its super stalking skills. Lesson: no matter how fast you run, it's not as good as being bitten at the right time. Run like the wind, but when you meet a frog, the wind stops. The frog nodded. Delicious, cool, easy to digest.